Dance Your Heart on Fire podcast, episode number 37.
The second reason, like for me, the most important reason of why we are doing the Olympiads of Kizomba in US is that how to grow the level of a community of anything in your life. Set goals, set challenges to your journey. And I think if you, Charles, want to grow the Kizomba community and to grow the level and to maybe break the gap between the level between Europe and US, the best way is to set goals, challenge, purpose, to make people train to get better. And I have to admit that this is what's going on in Paris. In Paris, we have the reputation to have the best level of Kizomba, or at least in urban Kizomba, the best level of, in Paris, you have great dancers. That's true. And like we say in one of our podcasts, I remember, we have the good level. Why? It's because we have a lot of competition in between us. And that's kind of real. It's because we always want to get better in a good way or in a bad way sometimes. But the fact is here, we always want to get better and better than our friend or better or than our enemy or whatever. But we have a goal to get better. So I think hosting Olympiads in US gonna make people willing to get better and to grow the level. I think it's a very, very good thing.
Ah, baby, give me uma chance. Eu quero te provar que eu sou Mr. Dance. Eu quero te mostrar que eu sou bom. Vira dança só. Ha, ha, lomo caíça. Baby, tira a camisa. É banhar o ar, refrescar cara. Mara lomo caíça. Lomo caíça. Nambo kokile lomo caíça. Lomo caíça. Nambo yombonya lomo caíça. Lomo caíça.
Welcome to the Dance Your Heart on Fire podcast, the podcast dedicated to inspiring dancers worldwide whose hearts have been touched by music and dance. The universal language of dance and music is spoken by many of us throughout the world. We want to motivate the dancer in you by sharing stories, insights, and ideas to enhance your journey. Join us now with your host, Charles Ogar.
Hello, everyone. This is Charles with the Dance Your Heart on Fire podcast, coming at you with the third podcast of 2017. It's going to be a crazy year. It's an awesome year so far of lessons and travel and inspiration. And this is also going to be the first podcast of 2017 with my boy from Paris, none other than Mr. Laurent Yishu, the musical, masterful instructor, entrepreneur extraordinaire.
Thank you for all of that. Hello, everybody.
All right. So, as you can see from the title of the podcast, the Olympiads of Kizomba is a green light. It is happening March 24th to the 26th here in Austin, Texas. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be having it at the Inspired Movement Dance Studio. And so what we wanted to do with this podcast is definitely explain what the competitors can expect and also what the normal attendees can expect for the overall weekend in a podcast format. And we'll be typing this out as well in the description of the event, as well as give you guys some perspective of why we're doing the Olympiads in the US and things like that. And I believe in this vision that Laurent started. So that's why I'm kind of standing behind his vision here to make it happen in the US. And we're also going to be making the announcement of the special couple that we'll be having to come teach some intensive workshops during that weekend and also be on the judges panel. And we'll be announcing our judges as well during this podcast.
Crazy. It sounds pretty good.
All right. So I think the first question that we should answer, Laurent, let's say somebody's listening to this podcast and they didn't listen to the previous podcast about the Olympiads. I think it'll be wise for us to answer, what is the Olympiads of Kizomba?
Good question. The Olympiads of Kizomba is a Kizomba competition with based on the Olympic system. It means that there are several categories of styles actually, and the competitors, they compete in the several categories, and there is a winner per categories and an overall winner. The categories of style from now is actually authentic Kizomba, so the authentic Kizomba, sensual Kizomba, urban Kizomba, and Tarasha. So 4 categories with 4 podiums, 4 winner from the different categories, and only 1 couple winner overall the competition. And this is a competition 100% improvisation from the beginning till the end.
Yes. And why is it improvisation versus a choreography?
It is improvisation. Like the first time I decided to run this competition, it was after having some experience in Kizomba competition here in Europe, and I had a problem. Is that the best dancer on the dance floor at the parties, like the best couple that you could just play a song and they would like rock it for real, it was never that couple winning the competition, the Kizomba competition in Europe. I was like, in several competitions, I was like, this couple is pretty like crazy. They can dance everything. They can dance authentic, urban, salsa, whatever you want. They are a great musicality. But the problem is that their show wasn't maybe like that good. And the best show won in the Kizomba competition in Europe, which is normal because it's what is asked. So I was like, why not do a competition where what is asked is to be a great dancer on the dance floor, like a great couple dancer on the dance floor. And today in Kizomba, it's obvious. We have several types of dancers, several styles of dancer, and you have some dancers, they are beasts in their style, and they also can dance other style. And I was like, and why should we do a competition just of Kizomba? Like Kizomba today, like it's kind of the case. We cannot like be blind of it. Kizomba today means a lot of different things. It means the real Kizomba. It means Kizomba with some fusion. It means a lot of things. And why to do? Because one of the problems in Europe as well is that you go to a Kizomba competition. Actually, today you don't really know how to dance. You don't know if you can do urban. You don't know if you have to do authentic. When you go to the qualification, they do like a short improvisation. You don't know at all what the DJ gonna play. Urban, authentic, Tarash, you don't know anything. So actually, if you are not like authentic dancer or you are not a urban dancer, you don't know what's going on. And because of those reasons, from like the feedback from my experience in Kizomba, I decided to run a competition different, where the goal is to elect like the couple which is the best dancer on the dance floor, like the couple that you could meet at your party and would like blow your mind, like really blow your mind on the dance floor, like in the real Kizomba situation,
spontaneously, improvisation, just flowing with the connection and in the moment of that particular song that wasn't like premeditated, because the DJ is spinning the music. You go to a party, you don't know what songs you're going to hear, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
That is Olympiad.
All right. So like we announced before, the Olympiads is going to be taking place here in the U.S., Austin, Texas, March 24th to the 26th. If you want to compete, please stay on the podcast. We're going to explain how the system is going to work, how to sign up, what to expect and things like that. And if you don't want to compete, we still have something planned for you as well. So that way we can have a great weekend across all multiple Kizomba categories and styles. So before we get into the styles, let's go ahead and explain why we are doing the competition here in the U.S. I've been teaching Kizomba here in the U.S. going on 4 years now. It's interesting. I won't get too much into my story, but basically I started teaching Kizomba with 4 months experience under my belt because I was invited to teach by a dance studio. Long story short, fell in love with Kizomba, fell in love with teaching, became a full-time Kizomba teacher, and it's going on 3 years of me doing this full-time now, and I love it. But there's always been a bridge. There's always been a gap between the level in Europe and the level in the U.S. And even though I have the opportunity to travel a lot of different cities, teach a lot of different people that I'm blessed and grateful to teach for, there's definitely a gap. And so my vision with hosting the Olympiads here is to connect the two from Europe to the U.S. and help bring up the level of the dancers that we have here in the U.S. to inspire the leads and the follows of what they can do, and not only just watch things on YouTube, but bring more European artists and things like that, so to help them inspire, to keep them learning and growing in their Kizomba dance.
Yeah, the second reason, like for me, the most important reason of why we are doing the Olympiads of Kizomba in US is that how to grow the level of a community of anything in your life. Set goals, set challenges to your journey. And I think if we want, like, if you, Charles, want to grow the Kizomba community and to grow the level and to maybe break the gap between the level between Europe and US, the best way is to set goals, challenge, purpose, to make people train to get better. And I have to admit that this is what's going on in Paris. In Paris, we have the reputation to have the best level of Kizomba, or at least in urban Kizomba, the best level of, in Paris, you have great dancers. That's true. And like we say in one of our podcasts, I remember, we have the good level. Why? It's because we have a lot of competition in between us. And that's kind of real. It's because we always want to get better in a good way or in a bad way sometimes. But the fact is here, we always want to get better and better than our friend or better or than our enemy or whatever. But we have a goal to get better. So I think hosting Olympiads in US gonna make people willing to get better and to grow the level. I think it's a really, really good thing.
So now to talk a little bit about the categories, we'll go more in detail in just a few minutes here. But just to say, for us to say, the 4 categories are going to be urban, tarasha, sensual, and authentic / traditional Kizomba for the styles of the categories that we're going to have. During the competition, the competitors are not going to know which song they're going to listen to. They just know the category, one of the 4 categories that I just listed that they're going to be hearing, but they don't know which song. So they're going to have to show us how they dance, connect their musicality spontaneously on the spot, hearing a song. And I believe it's 1.5 minutes that they have to dance, Laurent?
Yeah, exactly.
So 90 seconds to show us what they got on a song that they may know, they may not know.
Yeah. Maybe they know, maybe they don't know. The only thing they know is in which category they are. If they are in authentic, they will get a song type of authentic. Sensual the same, urban the same, tarasha the same.
For sure. And we're also going to have an awesome panel of judges. So before we announce the couple that we're bringing from Paris, I'm going to go ahead and announce the judges that we're going to have on board that'll be judging the competition, because this is also very, very important. The first judge that I would like to announce will be none other than Mr. Worldwide Mark Brewer will be in town, and he'll be on the judges panel for the weekend. We also have Eric and Carla out of Houston, Texas, that will be on the judges panel here in the Olympiads. We have Marietta and Aaron that will also be on the judges panel here in Austin for the Olympiads. We have our guest on this podcast right now, Laurent Yishu, will be
there
in Austin, Texas. He'll also be on the judges panel. And on the judges panel will also be...
I got a question before you say it. I got a question.
I'm listening.
We need someone in the judges who have been in the shoes, in the position of the competitors. Someone who know what it is to compete in several categories that way. Which couple can be like fair to be in the place of judges living this experience?
I would say somebody who went through the Olympiads last year.
I would say somebody who won the Olympiads last year.
Who won the Olympiads last year, Laurent?
The couple Regis and Jessica, and they will be there.
Yes, Regis and Jessica, the first champions of the Olympiads of Kizomba that happened last year in 2016, will be in the building. They will be on the judges panel as well. So we have Mark Brewer, Eric and Carla, Marietta and Aaron, Laurent Yishu, and Regis and Jessica that will all be on the judges panel to judge all 4 styles. And Regis and Jessica will be the special guest that will have teaching some workshops that weekend for the competitors and for the attendees. And I was also able to twist Laurent's arm a little bit and get him to teach a special musicality workshop for us as well. So it's really going to be a jam-packed Kizomba weekend. Socials on Friday, workshops on Saturday, social on Saturday, competition on Sunday, followed by another social on Sunday night. A full weekend of nonstop Kizomba across all 4 categories. So if this
You forgot someone. The master of ceremonies, Mr. Charles Ogar, gonna be leading the event.
Yes, I will be leading the event. I'll be the master of ceremonies. I will not be on the judges panel. I feel like it's a good move to not be involved with the decisions and not play favorites or anything like that.
That's wise.
So I will be the master of ceremonies. Laurent and I will also be tag teaming the DJ responsibilities of the event. So we're going to be playing everything for you guys. But yes, that's going to be the weekend. Awesome weekend, the Olympiads of Kizomba. This will be the first one. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited to host it. Let's take a quick moment to thank our sponsors. Have you been looking to level up your Kizomba, but you don't have the local instructors to take you there? Are you looking for something concrete to practice with your Kizomba partner? Or are you looking for Kizomba lessons that you can take on your schedule in the comfort of your home? If you answered yes to any of these questions, look no further. LearnToKiz.com is what you need. Progressive, step-by-step lessons that you can take at your pace in the comfort of your home or anywhere with a solid internet connection on your PC, Mac, or any smartphone. New videos are added every month. You can try this awesome resource out 30 days free at LearnToKiz.com/podcast. After the 30 days free, it's only a low $15 per month. But again, the special offer for the Dance Your Heart on Fire listeners, 30 days free at LearnToKiz.com/podcast. You won't find this offer anywhere else. LearnToKiz.com/podcast. And now back to our show. And now what I like to do is, for those of you that are listening to the podcast who think you are ready for the challenge to compete here in the U.S., for a chance to win an all-expenses paid trip to Paris and compete there to represent North America, because the competition is open to Mexico, to Canada, and to the U.S. This part of the podcast is for you.
So let's maybe explain how to sign up and how much it costs and how it's gonna be the process. So first of all, of course, it's not gonna be free, because actually the way we're gonna work is that all the fees from the competitors will be raised to pay for the travel for the winner to go to the final in Paris.
Correct. So all of the entry fees that will be collected for this competition will be put together and that will be used to pay for the winners' flights and hotel and meals and everything in Paris for the competition there. The entry fee that Laurent and I decided on will be $200 per couple. So in order to pay that, you just need to go to neokizomba.com/Olympiads. There'll be a link for that in the show notes, so you guys can take advantage of that, fill out the links, and we're going to explain some more of the registration process, but that'll be the link. Entry fee is just $200. All the proceeds for the competitors is not going in our pockets. It's going towards the travel fees of the winners of the Olympiads.
Yeah, all right. Now, that's the base. That's all right. That's the base. But we need to tell them more, I think, about how it's going to process, because there are 4 categories.
For sure.
So you guys, there is a rule in the Olympiads of Kizomba, is that you cannot come and run just one category. You have to sign up to minimum 2 of the 4 categories, minimum. But you have to know that to win, like to be qualified, you need to get points. Like the day D, you will need to get points in through the categories, the 4 categories.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to get the chance to win, like in US and as well in Paris, you better have to train and to compete the 4 categories. Otherwise, you just leave a chance to get points in another categories.
For sure. So to explain how the points are going to be working, there's going to be a certain number of points that are going to be assigned to the bronze, silver, and gold medals. There will be a bronze, silver, and gold medal for each of the 4 categories. So urban, there'll be bronze, silver, and gold. For Tarasha, there'll be bronze, silver, and gold, and so on and so forth. And each of these medals will have points. So the more medals you earn, the more points you earn. And then for the overall competition, the competitor that has the highest number of points will be named the winner of the overall Olympiads in North America. And we'll follow that same system in Paris for the competition there. Laurent, can you go ahead and let our listeners know when the competition is happening in Paris?
So in Paris, it's happening on Saturday, 24th of June, 2017. This year is going to happen in Paris. It's going to be a little bit different. So what is happening in US in March, it's happening in Paris the day D on the morning. It's going on the morning. Then in Paris, you have the qualification. Then you have maybe 6 couples from Paris going to the final. 6 or 7 couples, depending of the number of countries competing in the Olympiad. Then the winner of US gonna start his journey in Paris from the afternoon. He doesn't pass the qualification of Paris. He already passing in US. Then he go directly to the second step, the step just before the final in Paris. So 24th of June, and then it's gonna be the whole day. And at the end of the day, it's gonna be a special party of Olympians.
Awesomeness. I'm going to try to see if I can make it, but it'll be crazy because I'm already going to I have 2 trips to Europe so far. I'll be in Sweden at the end of February. Then I'll be in Paris at the end of April. And then again at the end of June. That'd be crazy. That'd be really crazy, but really cool. We'll see.
Yeah.
So who is open to compete? Who's allowed to compete for the Olympiads here in North America?
Everyone, even your dog.
Everybody is open to compete, whether you live in Canada and Mexico, the U.S. No European instructors are allowed to fly into the U.S. and compete here. You would have to compete in the European Olympiads there if you want to do it there. And I also want to say that if you are a same-gendered couple, whether you're 2 guys or 2 girls, and you want to do the lead follow, that is also open and accepted, but there's no special treatment that you're getting for that. You'll be judged the same way as all the other couples.
Good. And now let's talk a little bit about respect.
Yes.
Like the behavior.
So we are hosting a competition. We do want good sportsmanship between all the competitors and all of the attendees of the event and the judges and things like that. And I know sometimes competition brings a certain energy out of different people because they want to do their best, they want to win, and they're competing against other people and things like that. But as of now, the only rule for disqualification would be any disrespectful behavior to any of the judges, the organizers, other competitors, or any other of the attendees to the event. So we want everybody to be super respectful and friendly. Like if you don't like somebody, it's better to just keep your distance from that person. I'm not saying we all need to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, but you can be civil, you can have basic respect and not do anything disrespectful to another person during that weekend.
All right, that's perfect. I think we gave a lot of information about how it's gonna happen for the competitors. And anyways, I think we're gonna set like the event on Facebook. We're gonna give more and more information. You can also check out the website Olympiads of Kizomba.com. A lot of information is more like, and don't hesitate to ask Charles or me on Facebook if you have any question about the competition. We will be there to answer you guys.
So Laurent and I are calling out all competitors in North America to come and represent your skills at the Olympiads of Kizomba here in the U.S. We're putting U.S. on the map so Paris can know what's up, and I hope you guys are able to rise to the challenge.
And I have something to say. If you guys think that you are maybe not ready, I'm telling you something. We are never ready before to start.
Yes, it's important to set the bar, to set the challenge, and like you said before, Laurent, have the goals to aspire into something else. And I was talking with one of my good friends. I won't say his name, but he definitely says that the Kizomba scene could use a kick in the ass. So this could be something to kind of help shake up the scene and get people hungry to learn and to train and to get better and to kind of unify all of us, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Now, the event is not just for the competitors. It's also going to be for the normal people. So even if you don't want to compete, we invite you to come out to the weekend and have a really good time. Like we said before, Regis and Jessica will be teaching an intensive workshop in each of the 4 categories. So this is an awesome opportunity to learn from somebody who is able to dance and shine in all 4 categories and learn to become a more well-rounded dancer. If you're a leader, you want to be able to dance to the type of music that you hear at the party. You don't want to dance every single song the same way, you know? The same thing for the follows. You have to be super adaptable on the dance floor and be able to adapt to different styles that you have at a social, at a Kizomba night. So this will be training for you to get better at that. And to throw a cherry and some chocolate syrup and some sprinkles and some gummy bears on top of the intensive workshop, Laurent is going to be teaching a special musicality workshop, which is an important criteria for the Olympiads competition. But for everybody across all styles, musicality is super, super important. I'll let Laurent talk a little bit about musicality.
Yeah, musicality have been my specialty when I go to the Kizomba world. Musicality is actually a big topic, and I can teach musicality all day long. I'm not going to be teaching musicality all day long at the Olympiads, but it's one of the most important points, and I think it was the most value of Regis and Jessica, and I truly believe that it's the why they won Olympiads of Kizomba last year. You can check out the video on YouTube, Olympiads of Kizomba, the YouTube channel, and you can watch the videos of Regis and Jessica, and you can see that in all styles they were musical, like music. They were listening the music and dancing depending of the music flavor, the music instrument, the like everything. And I think it's also because of that they won. And in the criteria that you can see on the website, musicality is 6 points on 20. 6 points, like maybe like one third of like 1/3 of the point. It's like crazy. And like it's my specialty, I think it's a good idea to give like maybe a workshop of 1 hour or 1 hour and a half about how to use musicality, especially in improvisation.
Definitely. So this is going to be a jam-packed Kizomba weekend. If you love Kizomba in any shape or form, if you are thinking about whether you want to be at this event, you should definitely come out and have fun with us, learn with us, attend and watch the competition live in person. Is going to be awesome. We'll announce the winners there. There's going to be socials Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night.
And I will be DJing.
Yes, Laurent will be DJing. I'll be DJing. We might announce some other DJs as well. Regis and Jessica will be available for privates if you want there as well. And we invite you to come and enjoy and witness the competition. It's definitely going to be a historical event for the U.S., I believe. And the overall goal of the weekend is just to dance, have fun, learn, respect everybody's style, to train, to inspire you to keep learning, and like we said before, to bridge the gap between Europe and the US and help level up the levels on both sides, because since we're isolated here, sometimes people can view that as a disadvantage, but I feel it's also an opportunity to develop a new style or something different because we don't have the same influences, but if we still have that same hunger to learn and train, we can definitely bring something different to the table that's inspired because we are not as connected to Europe,
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got like all the information. It's cool, pretty cool. Maybe we didn't say that Regis and Jessica are gonna be dance with everyone.
Yes. Of course, all the judges will be there to dance with everybody. I will have a team of taxi dancers that I'll be getting as well to help us out with the event that are here local. In Texas, we have some awesome dancers, so I'll be reaching out to some of those people. So we have taxi dancers, and we just want really everybody to have a really good time and do the competition.
And also in between, like witness the competition, we will have some social. Like the people just coming to watch the competition will not be like sit for the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna make the competition, then the social, then the competition, then the social, to really like be together all the weekend.
Definitely. So I really am excited to have this event here, and I hope you guys can come to be a part of it. If you want to sign up, the link is going to be neilkizomba.com/Olympiads. The links that we mentioned in today's podcast is going to be on the show notes of this podcast. But this week's podcast is definitely to give you guys a snapshot. Everything will be typed out and written out on the event, so you guys can check that out. And like Laurent said, we are available for any questions or concerns that you may have. The official Facebook event will also be in the show notes. Do you have any lasting comments or words of wisdom, Mr. Laurent?
Wisdom, I don't know. It's worth maybe, yeah. Yes. So you guys, I hope you are excited, and I would like to say something. If you are still here at the end of the podcast, it means that you are really interested about Olympiads of Kizomba in US, and you have to know that if you leave any comment even to you, you cannot comment. Like if you just leave a comment on Facebook just to give us some power, it means a lot when we try to do things and we see that people care. So leave a comment, tell us what you think about, tell us if you want to attend the competition, if you want to be a competitor, if you're gonna come, tell us, like share with us, and you can like ask us questions. We're gonna answer. We're gonna try to run the event as we can, and I hope you guys appreciate it because we have a lot of fun doing this, but it's also a lot of risk that we take it to reach our goal.
Definitely. All right, Laurent. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking time out of your day. I'm excited to see you several times here this year. It's really, really awesome because I'm going to see you in Vegas, then I'm going to see you in Sweden, then I'm going to see you in Paris and then Luxembourg. So
yeah, you missed Olympiads.
And an Olympiad. So 4 times, even in 4 months, I'm going to see you so that's every month. I'm going to see you in January, February.
Let's live together.
In March, and then also in April. That's crazy. So we're gonna do some training because I want to get better and better in my musicality and stuff like that.
Cool.
It's gonna be awesome. All right,
Good,
brother.
good.
Well, I'll be seeing you in a few weeks in Vegas. It's going to be an awesome event there, and it's going to be exciting. It's really awesome to be at this position, and I know it's a lot of hard work, but it's a labor of love. So, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. See you soon, guys.
Thank you for checking out the Dance Your Heart on Fire podcast today. Be sure to check out neokizomba.com for links to everything that we chatted about today, as well as some awesome free resources to enhance your Kizomba journey.
Kha Hissa. Hey, I'm a puto Kha Hissa. Queen baby. Kha Hissa. Hey, Kha Hissa. Hey, hey, Kha Hissa. Hey, I'm a puto Kha Hissa. Kha Hissa. Bela mati Mungu wanivavisa Tua quemar, camisa moja editando suar Minha vista tá vermelha, não tenho óculos solar